servants whom you have been pleased to call the performance of important trusts in this republic. Let your blessings descend upon us here assembled, and grant that we treat and consider all matters that shall come under deliberation in so just and faithful a manner as to promote your honor and glory, and to advance the peace, prosperity, and welfare of our country and of those whose interests you have committed to our church. Amen. Honorable members, I confirm that we have quorum to proceed with the sitting. Clerks, read the orders of the day.
Order number 1, administration of oath.
Next order.
Order number 2, communication from the chair.
Honorable members, allow the chair to acknowledge attendance at the public gallery of one Mr. Samuel Mzaza and Mr. Augustine Monyumba from Mwanda. Karibuni bunge. Again, honorable members, allow me to acknowledge the attendance of students from Dalmas Moka Secondary School from Mwanda who are on an educational tour to this county assembly led by Mr. Okumu Vincent and Madam Mary Mulinge. Karibuni sana bunge. May I take this opportunity now to kindly ask honorable members with our parliamentary applause to welcome our visitors to this assembly. Thank you, honorable members. Chairperson Education. Kindly your welcoming remarks. 2 minutes at the most.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving me this opportunity to welcome teachers and students of Dalmas Moka Secondary School. Welcome to Bunge, welcome to this County Assembly, and feel at home. Honorable Speaker, the principal, that is Mr. Patrick Abuya, was my former head boy in the school, local school, and also it's also my voter in where I'm coming from. So I really am very much happy. And also I will also appreciate if you also send my regards to the parents and also the principal. Honorable Speaker, this is an opportunity whereby I understand we all went through the same, and I want also to take this opportunity to just encourage you, work hard, and also understand that the dream, every dream is valid, and what you dream to be, you will be, because definitely we are seated here because we also came through the process that you are. So I wish you success as you learn. And if you need any assistance, then we'll be very much available to assist you. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
The teachers in the house, Honorable Patricia, I think you can wrap it up.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir, for granting me this opportunity to welcome the student of Dalmas Moka Secondary School. I believe you are the history and government students, and anything that you're going to learn to this house is going to be helpful in your studies. And I wish you success when you're sitting for in your examinations. And one thing that I would like for you to take home is that whatever you believe, whatever you want to become in this future, and in this life, you have it in your own hands. You are the author of your life after God. So now is the time that you have to redefine your dreams and to shape your future. I wish you all the best, and may the Lord bless you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Next order.
Order number 3, messages.
Next order.
Order number 4, petitions. Order number 5, papers.
Next order.
Order number 6, notices of motion.
Next order.
Order number 7, questions and statements.
Honorable members, pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order number 47A, the Speaker may designate a suitable place in the County Assembly chamber for the purposes of admitting any County Executive Committee member for purposes of presentation of information, answers to questions, the County Assembly contemplated under Section 39(2) of the County Governments Act 2012. It is in this regard that this County Assembly invited the County Executive Committee member for lands, physical planning and urban development, and is appearing here today, this morning sitting, to answer to questions raised by Honorable Newton Kifuso, Honorable Joseph Molega, Honorable Joseph Mabishi, Honorable Jonas Solomon, Honorable Peter Shambi, Honorable Amos Makalo, and Honorable Anissa Mwakio. Honorable members, In view of the foregoing, I hereby direct the Sergeant at Arms to usher in the County Executive Committee member for Lands, Physical Planning, and Urban Development into the chamber. Honorable members, may I take this opportunity to welcome the chairperson. May I take this opportunity to welcome the County Executive Committee member for Lands, Physical Planning and Urban Development into the chamber on behalf of the County Assembly. Honorable members, pursuant to Standing Order number 55-1, the clerk shall submit to the relevant County Executive Committee member for the question within 48 hours of being made in the Assembly, accompanied with summons to appear before the County Assembly. The clerk of the County Assembly submitted to the County Executive Committee member the questions that were supposed to respond to on Wednesday, 1st October 2025. However, the County Executive Committee member communicated her unavailability via a letter dated 22nd September, reference TTCG/LPP/MEE/CECCORR/Volume 3/87, and requested the appearance to be rescheduled. Subsequently, the appearance was rescheduled to today, Wednesday, 8th October 2025 morning sitting. Except, that is Standing Order 55-2, except as the Speaker may direct, a question shall be responded to not later than 14th day after the request is made in the County Assembly. Honorable members, the following shall be observed during the appearance of the County Executive Committee member. Standing Order number 47, rules and order when the County Executive Committee member is admitted in the County Assembly chamber. Unless specified in this part, the provisions of rules of debate and the provisions of order in the County Assembly and Committee of the whole County Assembly shall, with necessary modifications, apply during the attendance of the County Executive Committee member to provide information and answers to questions in the County Assembly chamber. Standing Order number 50 provides that the provisions of the County Assembly's Powers and Privileges Act number 6 of 2017 shall apply to a County Executive Committee member when summoned, admitted, and answering questions in the County Assembly chamber under this part. Standing Order number 52 provides, 1, A member proposing to ask the question in the county assembly shall give notice to the clerk. 2. The member shall deliver a signed copy of the proposed question to the clerk for submission to the speaker for approval. 3. Where the speaker approves a question and determines the county executive committee member responsible for the matter to which it relates, and upon scheduling by House Business Committee, the clerk shall at an appropriate time publish the question in the order paper. For a member who has a question standing in his or her name may authorize in writing another member to raise the question in the member's stead. 5. Where no member raises a question at the time specified by or under this standing order, such question shall not again be published in the order paper during the same session, except with the leave of the speaker. 6. It shall be disorderly conduct for a member of the county assembly to refuse to ask a question listed on the order paper without the leave of the speaker. Honorable members, pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order number 56, 1. A county executive committee member shall at least 1 day before the day of presentation of a response to the questions shall at least 1 day before the day of presentation of a response to a question or such other period as the speaker may allow, submit 5 copies of the response to the clerk. The county committee executive member submitted a response to the clerk of the county assembly on Monday, 7th October 2025. 2. The speaker shall successfully each member in whose name a question appears in the order paper. The member called shall rise and ask the question by reading out the text of the question as it is printed in the order paper. 3. A member in charge of a question may authorize another member to take charge of the question on his or her behalf. 4. Where a member fails to raise a question at the time specified by or under these rules, such question shall not again be published in the order paper during the same session, except with the leave of the speaker. Honorable members, it's good that you note, if there's a question that was to be stood over today, and the same is not done by that member or designated, or the one has been delegated to carry the duty, then the questions will not appear again until the next session. So the remaining part of this year, the question will not surface in the order paper, maybe except with the leave of the speaker. 5. A question shall be stood over if the relevant CCM is not present in the assembly when the questions come up for reply, and the question is not replied to on his or her behalf by another CCM, provided that the relevant county executive committee member shall have sought the leave of the speaker. Honorable members, a member, that is 9, a member may seek clarifications on any answer given, but clarifications shall be limited to the specific matter raised in the question, provided that A, any clarification shall take the form of a question, not a debate. B, the member in whose name a question stands or who takes charge of the question shall be given an opportunity to ask 1 supplementary question. A member who asks a supplementary question pursuant to subsection B may make a statement or express an opinion, but may not speak for more than 1 minute. The speaker, if the questioner is satisfied that the response sufficiently addresses the matter specified in the request, shall direct the matter be closed. And 11, where the questioner is not satisfied that the response sufficiently addresses the matter specified in the request, the speaker shall refer the reply submitted to the relevant sectoral committee for consideration. Honorable members, I now invite Honorable Newton Kifuso to ask the question on issuance of business permits to mining operators in the county.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. Mr. Speaker, sir, I rise to ask a question on issuance of business permits to mining operators in the county. Number one, what is the total number of business permits that have been issued to the mining entities, both large scale and small scale miners in Taita Taveta County over the last 2 financial years? 2, how many business permits have been specifically issued to miners operating in Kishushe during the same period? 3, what criteria and procedures does the county government use in issuing or denying business permits to miners? And are these criteria aligned with applicable county laws? 4, what are the reasons for the delays or failure in issuing business permits to some miners in Kishushe despite their repeated applications? 5, what immediate and long-term interventions is the county government undertaking to address the plight of miners whose mineral stock remain idle and untransportable due to lack of valid business permits? And lastly, number 6, why is the disparity between the companies and that have been issued with permits, those that are actually operating on the ground? Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Honorable members, I now invite the County Executive Committee member to respond.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Question 1, the total number of business permits that have been issued in the mining entity, both large scale and small scale miners in Taita Taveta over the last 2 financial years. As stated on the category, the business identity, that is business name, activity, category, location and amount. There is Universal Resources International, that is mining. Medium, the category is medium mining in Maribeng, and the amount was 30,000. There is Rockland Kenya Limited mining, small scale, natural resources extraction, Rukanga Kasegau, 25,000. And then there is Nadan Mining, Jamestown office, that is activity. Other professionals and technical services, it is in physical location, Potter's House Complex, 4,600. That is in Voi Sub-County 2024. Mwatate Sub-County 2024. Bridges Exploration, medium, category medium. Area physical, Kambanga area, 30,000. GM contractors, artisanal mining. It is a local registered miner within the county. The physical location, Mwatate, the amount 5,000. Nanak Lime Works Limited, medium mining, medium mining, natural resources, Mtomogoti area, 30,000. Dolomite Mineral Limited, its activity is a mining quarry, medium mining, Sisera area, 30,000. Mwatate Sub-County, that is 2025. Bridges Exploration, medium mining natural resources, that is the category. Kambanga area, physical location, 30,000. Nana Lime Limited, medium mining resources category, Mtomogoti area, 30,000. Peter Gitau Gicharu mining, medium mining, the category, Mkuki CBO, 30,000. Baraka mining minerals mining, medium mining natural resources category, Mwatate, 30,000. Riedel African Limited, liability partnership company, mining and construction activity, large scale industrial plant, that is in Mkuki, physical area, amount 30,000. GM contractors, artisanal mining, legal registered miners, that is the category, Mwatate, 5,000. Taveta sub-county, that is 2025, True Stone Miners Limited, it's mining, the category, medium mining, natural resources, Timboni, in Taveta, that is 30,000. Voice sub-county, 2025, Nadan Mining Company, Gemstones Office, other professional, that is the category, and technical services, Potter's House, the physical location, 4,600 the amount. Rockland Limited mining, small scale of natural resources extraction, that is the category, Rukanga Kasigau, 25,000. There is Grace Kimodo James mining office. It's other professional and technical services. It is in physical location in Cooperative Bank building, 4,600 the amount. Undani sub-county, 2025. Leeds International Limited, Prospector, the operation mining, small scale resources extraction in Kishushe, 25,000. Bavi Investment Limited, contracted excavation, small scale mining or natural resources extraction, Kishushe Ranch, 25,000. How many business permits that have been specifically issued to miners operating in Kishushe during the same period? That is Undani sub-county. There is 2025. There is Leeds International Company, prospector operation mining, category small scale or natural resources extraction operation, Kishushe, 25,000. There is Bavi Investment Limited, contracted excavation, small scale mining or natural resources extraction operation, Kishushe, 25,000. In Kishushe, there were two, that is in Undani sub-county. Which criteria and procedures does the county government use in issuing or denying business permit miners, and are these criteria aligned with the applicable county law? Before a permit is issued, miners must meet the following key requirements. The applicant must present a valid prospecting or mining license issued by the Ministry of Mining. The license must indicate the nature of operations and the location. Which are the reasons for the delay or failure of issuing business permits or other miners to some miners in Kishushe despite their repeated applications? Delay or failures in issuing business permit to miners in Kishushe, Taita Taveta County can be attributed to a range of legal, administrative, environmental, and governance-related challenges. A major contributing factor is a submission of incomplete, non-compliant document by applicants. Many miners fail to provide valid licenses from the Ministry of Mining, lack of NEMA compliant, lack of NEMA approved environment impact assessment, EIA reports, and or submit unverified landowners documents. These deficits raise questions about the legality and environmental compliance of their operations. Landowner and boundary disputes are also common in Kishushe, a mineral-rich area with overlapping claims. These conflicts make it difficult for the county government to validate legitimate operators, resulting to prolonged processing times. Additionally, some mining activities are located in the areas not designated in mining under the county spatial and land use plan. Without the necessary development approval from the Department of Physical Planning and the Development Control, permit insurance cannot proceed. Outstanding revenue obligation further contribute to the delays. Some miners have pending cess, royalties, or business license fees from previous operators, which must be cleared before renewing permits are granted. In some cases, environmental risks and community opposition have also stalled the process. Where mining activities have led to dust, noise, or water pollution, or where community consultation was not conducted, local leaders and residents may raise objection halting the approval. Furthermore, a number of applicants have been found operating illegally or without proper licensing, leading to the county delay their application outright. Poor coordination between national and county government, particularly over the verification of mining licenses and rights, as also results to bureaucratic bottleneck. Often, county authorities must wait for national agencies to confirm licenses or resolve overlapping mandates, which causes further delays. The county government itself faces challenges in processing applications efficiently. Limited staffing and inspection capacity, especially in remote areas like Kishushe, lead to backlog in site visits and compliance checks. Interdepartmental coordination between the Trade Department, Environment, Lands, and Finance is often slow, compounding the delay. Lastly, the county government, where the county's self-service portal is not fully functional, reliance on manual application processing continues to create inefficiencies and slow down service delivery. What immediate and long-term intervention is the county government undertaking to address the plight of miners whose mineral stock remains idle and untransportable due to the lack of valid business permit. Enhance interdepartmental coordination for quicker decision making and allocate adequate resources for automation and community sensitization. The steps will help address the immediate concerns of the miners while laying the foundation of more efficient, transparent, and responsive mining regulatory environment in Taita Taveta County. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Honorable CCM, you may resume your seat. As you'll be taking notes of maybe issues that will be raised of clarification by the honorable members. So the questioner, honorable member, is the response sufficient? And you highlight the areas where it's not sufficient before we give room for the other members to ventilate still within the same matter. Or maybe it's a supplementary question, you can still proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. Mr. Speaker, sir, the response is not sufficient unless she provides the support proof to provide the same. For instance, Mr. Speaker, on question 2, the committee, we all went to the ground, and there is companies there which we know. There is Samruda Resource Limited, who is in the ground. There is Archipost. There is Universal. There is also Devik. So she can clarify on the table if they have paid or not paid. On question 4, Mr. Speaker, on question 4, which I had asked about reasons for delays on failure in issuing, and she had cited that some are operating illegally, some are owing the county says thus they cannot be granted. Mr. Speaker, we request that she tables the proof, the list. No, you cannot allege without a proof. We need the proof of all the investors, of the miners who are operating illegally in Kishushe, and also we need her to table the list of those who owe the county says and how much. So we need that report here. It is very crucial, and I think that is all what I need, such that I can see if it is really sufficient or not. Without just this paper, without those documents, Mr. Speaker, I think she's just taking this house for granted. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable CC, what is your response on the issues that have been raised?
Mr. Speaker, is right. There are applications that they have been done in Kishushe through different companies, of which they have not been granted licenses by the ministry. So we cannot issue license or permits because they have to produce the legal license from the ministry. So they were just gazetted for letter for the people or member of the public to write objections if there are any, so that the ministry now can further issue or not issue from the responses that they will be given from the members of the public. So the process is at there. So they have to get the licenses, to be granted the licenses, so that now we can issue them with the permits. That's the condition. People are there, they have mapped, they are in the process of acquiring the licenses. Number 2, the question 2. They prove those who are doing the illegal mining, and if they have any dues of cess that they owe the county, the report, I'll table it, but I have to retrieve it from the Department of Finance, because they are the one who collect the levies.
Honorable Waziri, there's a matter here that has been brought forth by the questioner, that the Committee of Mining went on the ground and they found some companies that have been mentioned. What is your position on those companies that have been mentioned and they're on the ground as they are being put? Are they there illegally? Are they there because they have been given business permits to operate? Or what is the position? Or you don't know them?
Mr. Speaker, as I stated earlier, the companies are there because they are not mining, but they were like the Samruda was mining before, so it is there. But we've not granted them the permits as the county government because they have not been issued by the license by the national government. So as the county government, we cannot give them permits without being them producing the license.
So at this juncture, I want, before I get back to the questioner, so that he can put more supplementary questions and more requests for documentation and the rest, as we end up closing that matter. So I want to open it to the honorable members. Any member who has a remark to make or seek a clarification on the answers that have been given, the floor is open, but take cognizance of 1 minute limitation. The floor is open. Yes, member for Mahoward.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. My concern is on revenue collection, whereby from the what I've just gotten from the Waziri, that there are possibility that there is no adequate and proper management on the what we call revenue collection, because there are some loopholes. When you look at the what the report that he has given, there is no automation. Maybe they are trying, I don't know, to do what. That one is also bringing some question mark on the revenue collection. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The question, Honorable Kifuso, are you ready to give your final remarks, whether the sufficiency of the response given and what extra you would have needed before the chair directs?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the response is not sufficient. I would like to request these responses to be supported by evidence. I need the list of all the companies that applied, but they were denied because, as it is here in their response number 4, that they owe the county, says that they were denied. So which are these companies and how much they owe the county government? Number 2, those which are operating illegally, their names and when they started operating, and the action that they are taking. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Waziri, you can give an undertaking of the same.
Thank you, Speaker, sir. On the ones that are owing the county, the information ought to come from the revenue department. So I'll liaise with the revenue department to get the issues and the list and the total amount that the company is owing the county. And those who are operating illegally, I'll also get the information, because they have to have, before even operating, they have to have the license from the national government. So I'll get the information from the national government and table the same. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
I need a little bit of clarification as well, because good public knowledge. What comes first? Is it the license by the national government or the business permit by the county?
The license first, then the business follows.
Fine. Honorable members, what's the nonsense? Yes, the questioner.
Mr.
You
Speaker.
want to close this subject?
Yes, Mr.
We have
Speaker.
9 questions.
Yes,
That should be
Mr. Speaker, I like to ask you guide us, because she is the one who have responded. The answer she's giving, it is her. So, Mr. Speaker, maybe you can guide us, because I'm afraid even the following questions in other questions should do the same thing. Because if she's the one who have read her responses, and now she's telling she need to go and ask, so are these responses AI generated, or where are they from, Mr. Speaker? Because she's the one who have tabled her response. So it was just an academic response from AI generating. Mr. Speaker, I'm confused. I'm also wondering if she is competent enough even to proceed with other questions, but maybe the other questions are well prepared. Mr. Speaker, I'm just confused, even the people. And I'm shocked, even the chair of mining who took was to Kshushe and found all these things. He just remained mum.
Honorable Peter Shambi.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. Mr. Speaker, mine is just a follow-up. There seems to be some confusion in between.
Resume your seat, CCM.
Because
It is a rule, we can't have 2 people standing at the same time. Proceed, Honorable Shambi.
thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. So, Mr. Speaker, in my opinion, I feel there is some disconnect, specifically when we mention the single business permits and the national government licenses. And this is because when we were doing the finance bill 2025-2026, it was very clear that the miners are registered companies that operate within Taita Taveta County. Whether they are running operations of mining or not, they are still entities within Taita Taveta counties, and therefore they are subject to paying the requisite taxes through the single business permit. And therefore, I feel if that has not been happening, then I feel it is important that that happens, because based on those misgivings, we are creating a loophole for losing quite a significant chunk of the on-source revenue. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Makalo, then we go to Azar.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to put a rider on what Honorable Shambi has captured, Mr. Speaker, on the same area, because, Mr. Speaker, I looked at the mining's activities that are happening in Kasigao, and I'm surprised to see only one company that has captured here, Mr. Speaker, because any entity that is in this county is already utilizing the services of this county, Mr. Speaker, and they are supposed to pay the necessary levies and fees of this county, regardless of whether they have a permit or a license from the national government. They are already using services, Mr. Speaker, sorry. And I feel that whichever criteria was used to come up with such kind of a list that has put out a lot of mining companies in this county out of this list, Mr. Speaker, I feel we need to to get clear from her what exactly are the plans, Mr. Speaker, because I feel the companies captured here, they are quite not the issue on the ground. There are so many mining companies operating in this county, and they're supposed to pay for all the levies that we passed, even in the current finance bill. Mr. Speaker, thank you.
Honorable Azar, that should be the last one so that I give directions.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, mine was more of the same of what Honorable Makala has said. But again, I think there's something that we're not getting it right from Waziri. Waziri made it clearly that for one to operate or to do mining in Taita Taveta County, you need first to get the license from headquarters, then they give us permit from the county government of Taita Taveta. But again, from what Honorable Kifuso is saying is that these companies are already there on the ground. Some of them are doing mining illegally. So who gave them the permits if they did not get the licenses from the national government?
So, Waziri, give your remarks as I still want to, as you respond. Are the following companies operating in Kishushe? It will be a yes or no on Samruda, Archers Post, Devki, and Universal, as they have been mentioned. Samruda, Archers Post, Devki, and Universal. So are they operating in Kishushe? Yes or no? Are you aware? Yes or no? Then give the others, the other commitments so that I direct.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. Samruda has been operating long before, and he has the machinery in the ground because he has been operating the other years. So he's the one who is owing the county government some cess and dues that he's supposed to pay. So amount yet to confirm with the finance. And then for the Archers Post, Devik, and the Universal, Universal was doing some activities we had, but it had stopped because the director from Nairobi came and stopped the activity because he had not acquired the license by then. The Archers Post and Devik, they are not doing any activities, but they have their sites, but they are not doing any activities. In terms of licensing from the national government status, Samruda, Archers Post, and Devik, they have already been gazetted by the minister for the members of the public to do the objection part. So yet they have not been granted the physical licenses. Until they have been granted the licenses, it's when the county will be in a position to give the business, the mining permits. For clarity, for the companies, whichever doing any activity to apply for the business licenses, it is the trade department. If you're doing any kind of business, the trade department they are supposed to apply to the trade department. The county, the mining department does only the permits, the mining permits. There we are clear. We are doing the mining permits for any activities or companies who are doing any nature of the business in Taita Taveta. They will apply the licenses from the trade department. But for us mining department, we help or we produce specific mining permits, which the rates are already specified from the finance bill for the large scale, small scale, and the artisanal. That's the difference.
Waziri, you are through? Because I want to give directions.
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
Fine. Let me also acknowledge the arrival of Mr. Mwamzini, the Assistant Director, Mining. Karibu. As members have alluded on these questions, the response as well sounds academic, very academic. One of the areas like I've picked on what are reasons for the delays or failure in issuing business permits to miners in Kishushe despite their repeated applications. I've seen a statement here. Additionally, some mining activities are located in areas not designated for mining under the county's spatial and land use plans. This county has a spatial plan? I'm not sure. That's what, qualifies some of these statements. So when you are bringing responses to this house, they must have backed up documentation. So in 7 days, I now want to direct. There are those list of documents that the questioner has requested on the list of companies that were denied business permits, and for whatever reasons that they were denied the permits. The list of companies operating illegally, because it is your document telling us that there are those that are operating illegally. List of those that are owing county cess also should come through, and as well the actions taken to address the same. Then as well, all what you've brought here, we need backing up documentation, like the copies of those permits. This is not sufficient. Copies of those permits, we need evidence. We work with evidence as well. And as well, something else. There's a question, the last question, maybe it's an oversight of the questioner. From the response that official response that you provided, you did not respond to that question. The question is, why is there a disparity between the companies that have been issued with permits and those that are actually operating on the ground? There is no response on the same on this documentation. So all that compile in 7 days and strict timelines of 7 days and respond the same to the matter stands are referred to the mining natural resources committee, mining committee, sorry, for further consideration. Strict 7 days. I so direct. Honorable members, I now invite Honorable Joseph Malega to ask the question on ownership status of land under construction for an ICT hub in Mwatate Ward, allegedly belonging to SK St. James Church, and ownership status of plots located in the Peleleza area of Mwatate. So we are handling question 2 and 3 at the same time, because the question is the same and the person to give the direction of the respondent is the same CCM. So Honorable Malega, kindly read the question, both questions, that is question 2 and question 3.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Question number 2. What is the current legal status and ownership details of the aforementioned parcel of land located in Mwatate? That is the ownership status of land under construction for an ICT hub in Mwatate Ward, allegedly belonging to SK St. James Church. Question number 3. The ownership status of plots located in the Peleleza area of Mwatate. Question 1. Who are the officially recognized owners of the plots in Peleleza as per the county government records and the State Department of Lands? 2. When were these ownership records last updated? 3. Is there a verified list of individuals or entities currently paying rates for the Peleleza plots? 4. How does this list compare to the actual residents and occupants on the ground? 5. Has the county government or any other relevant authority undertaken any land adjudication, regularization, or titling exercise in Peleleza? If so, what were the outcomes and how were beneficiaries determined? 7. What measures are in place to protect long-term residents from potential displacement in the interim? Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Waziri.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The response on the question of ownership status of land under construction of ICT hub in Mwatate Ward, allegedly belonging to ACK St. James. The land in question is still under the process of adjudication of rights by the state through the Directorate of Lands and Adjudication, which is responsible for the development of lands and physical planning. Number 2, at the moment, we cannot conclusively ascertain the actual ownership as the process is ongoing and incomplete with numerous objections and unresolved cases. Secondly, we were not engaged in the initial stages of development of the project, and the agreement were made in the office of the member of Parliament, MP, and our department. 4, we request more time to enable to understand and get confirmation of legal owner of the parcel, the said parcel, from the adjudication section. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Questioner.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, CECM says that the land is under adjudication process. And in most cases, if the adjudication process is ongoing, I think the land was actually marked for the ACK, the boundaries. And at the same time, the CECM, she says that the process of construction of ICT, when it started, she didn't know about that process when it started. As the CECM of the county of Taita Taveta County, I don't think if it is right for her to say that she was not concerned with any project which is undertaking within the Taita Taveta County. So, as I understand, the plots of ACK, they know their boundaries. And the process of adjudication, it is being undertaken by the county government. And the county government, it is under her, the CECM, who she's here. So she's supposed to tell the House what is really going on and who are the real owners of the ACK plots. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. So the response is not sufficient to me, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members, without question, any remark? Yes, Honorable Tarai.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this opportunity. And I also give my special thanks to Honorable Member for Mwatate for having asked that question. Mr. Speaker, I want to get some clarification before I ask a proper question. And my clarification is the SCK land. Who is doing the adjudication? Who is doing the adjudication? Is it the county, or is it any other entity, or it is SCK? That is my first clarification that I want to get. Then secondly, the initial purpose of that land, when that land was given out to SCK, if at all it was given to SCK properly, what was the initial purpose for that land to SCK? Then if you give that clarification, Mr. Speaker, with your permission, you can allow me ask now a proper question that I have in mind. Thank you.
Waziri, proceed and give the responses before we get further directions.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. As you know, the county government, it's only mandated in physical planning and mapping and surveying. The adjudication and settlement is squarely under the national government. So as the adjudication or the settlement is done, is squarely done by the national government. The county government does not do that function of adjudication and settling. What we do as the county government is just to support with the resources for the function to be undertaken by the national government. So to be precise, until the adjudication or the settlement is through, it's when we'll be in a position to know the land belongs to who and the details of the land. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The standing orders does not allow, but for a member to you only ask clarifications and supplementary question once, but I'll give you leave. Proceed.
Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker, for giving me leave to proceed on that. You know, by now, I had asked the question on that land that belongs to SCK. When SCK was given that land, and this time we call it theirs, the initial purpose, you see, you can be given a land, and that land can be categorized, whether commercial, whether agricultural land, whether industrial land. And when you change from one use to another use amongst the three, there has to be an approval of change of use. You understand? And when it comes to change of use, then this August House or this county assembly has to be involved. The county has to be involved directly. And that's why I asked that earlier question. So as you clarify, kindly answer this question. Then secondly, when you are doing the survey, when you are doing the mapping, there is no way you can disintegrate survey during adjudication and surveying of the land to know the actual size. So again, it is good by now you should know how many plots are being subdivided, and when you are doing adjudication, you are doing an adjudication in favor to some individuals. That's the meaning of the words adjudication. So I think you should be in a position to get all the details. And again, this land is within the municipality of Voi. So if it is within the municipality, it is centered within the county. And there is nothing that can be done, whether the land is private or it is public, but it's within the municipality. The county government is entirely at the center of knowing exactly who this land is being adjudicated in favor to. So I think you are in
in a better position to have all these details that we are asking in your fingerprints as at now. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Waziri, give your final remark. I direct on that particular question, question number 2.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. As I have stated, when the adjudication or the settlement is being done by the national government, they squarely do everything. For us, we are involved if we give, maybe we offer them support in terms of funding or in terms of staffs, but all paperwork, everything is done by the national government in the State Department of Lands, which are adjudication officers in office in Taita Taveta. So they are the ones who does everything. And in that process, as the county government or as the executive or as the CC, we don't sign the maps when they're doing that adjudication or settlement. They just do, they finish, they go for registration. That is the process they have been doing. So for us, it's just to ask for the information to be availed to us when they are through. So now that the adjudication is ongoing, we just have to ask for the report as per where they are and maybe as per their progress work. But the final, maybe the land belongs to who until they finish all the parcels and the registration, and maybe until they compile the beneficiary list. It's when we can know which land belongs to who when we ask to their office. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Finally, the questioner, before I give directions.
Mr. Speaker, it is very sad for the CECM to tell this House things which are not catching up with what we are asking. Mr. Speaker, if the county government plans and the Mwatate is under municipal municipality, Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, Madam CECM says that under her docket, they plan for the county, and especially Mwatate is under municipality. And we know very well there is a youth empowerment office which was built, and it is being used by our youths in Mwatate, just down there near the ACK. The ACK donated that plot for the Youth Empowerment Office to be constructed there. And if our CECM lands, she's aware of the planning within Mwatate. That means that the ACK land was situated long time ago. And even the people know the boundaries of ACK, where the boundaries are. I am surprised today that the project is under being taken and she was not aware. Meaning that the county government, Department of Lands, and the national part of lands office, they don't collaborate. Because I expect anything which is being done by national government, the CECM will be directing, will be giving directions. So, Mr. Speaker, Madam CECM should come clear on this issue of ACK in Mwatate, St. James, because her response is not good. And I'm not satisfied with her response. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
You have an undertaking you want to give, or I proceed with directions, Waziri?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. For clarity, we we have functions, and we know the devolved functions, and we know the which are not devolved. Honorable member, Uncle Mr. Kennedy, Honorable Kennedy, if the adjudication or the settlement is being done.
Address the speaker.
Okay, Mr. Speaker. If it is being done, the adjudication or the settlement, the national government, they do from the adjudication office. Ours is to ask the report or the status report as they are doing. They are also doing physical planning, and they are also doing mapping. We are not, it is not squarely done in the county government. They also do the planning. So if they are doing the adjudication, they are also doing the mapping, they are also doing the physical planning in the said office. So us is to request for the progress of the work they are doing in the settlement, of the process. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Waziri, I want to assist you. And we want to assist you, being that we are all under one county government in different two branches or two arms. When a question has been raised to you, there's a style of responding. Because you've responded to this particular question like a passers-by. It's like I had people saying about this land that even the office of the MP was involved, you know, and all that. This response is too casual. The least we should have expected first was you to cite that plot number. And if that plot number is in contest, who are the people that are contesting? This is information you can get from the adjudication offices. So from there, then the member would have gotten the responses that indeed the land is under contest and the contestants are the following. So the matter is rested at that particular point. And the other question that Honorable Tara has brought very effectively, that land is still within Mwatate municipality. Did they get the approvals and all that? You know? And I understand even those approvals still somehow they find their way still within your department. You know, so this form of responses are totally unacceptable in this house. So I so direct that taking cognizance of the first question that was by Honorable Kifuso, the issues that were raised, and as well question 2. Prepare well, and in 7 days you come back to this house, we admit you again. So that you give adequate and professional responses assisted by the technocrats behind you. It's like, Waziri, you are struggling typing alone or giving to the secretary, and you have experts and a lot of AI generated matter here we are trying to read. This kind of responses we can't admit. In fact, I'm almost tempted to expunge them from Bunge records so that you can redo them. So in 7 days, question 1 and question 2, and probably any other question that will take the same format, because I'm about to take leave when panelist 1 comes. If it takes the same format, I still so direct that it takes the same route. Within 7 days, we need adequate documentation. Even when you say it is this number and this number, we want to see those cases. This is a house. This is, you know, when orders are issued, Article 95, 195, it gets enforced. The land adjudication department in this county is not heaven that we can't go and get documents. So we need to get tangible documentation that indeed there are cases. We need to prove that there are cases. People are contesting. And these licenses that we have said here in the previous mining issue, we need to see copies so that, seeing is believing, and that's why we are here. So I direct on question 1 and question 2. You reappear. In 7 days again, you'll be admitted to this house to give adequate response and bring the documentation early enough, not coming with them in the morning, so that we can interact with the documents, so that we have a meaningful engagement. But this kind of academic processes we're not going to allow in this county assembly. Finally, before I take recusal from this house, Waziri, we've not received responses on some questions. Question number 4, on leasehold status and renewal process of Mwasui Ranch, plot number 12923/2, Taita, title number CR80679. We have not also received a response on question number 8, status of Juakali plot in Voi near Kenya Power. No response on that, and probably any other. And number 6 as well. Ownership status of Bachuma Multiplication Center land. Still, there is no response on the same. Why don't we have responses for them? And, I'm surprised even to read, some of us are in detail. When you say on the question of the land allegedly belonging to SK, you rightfully say that reference is made to your letter, blah, 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 dated 22nd May 2025. Today, we are in October, and bullet 4, you say you request more time to be able to understand and get confirmation of legal owner of the said parcel from the education land. This is casual. You are given time, we need responses, and adequate responses, because some of these things are what declares a member of CCM, county executive, incompetent, and that was one of the issues that can push you out of that office. So you need to do better. So we need responses on these questions that you have not responded to them, and letters went way before months. Proceed, Honorable Waziri.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. With a humble request, for the all remaining questions and the earlier questions that need evidences and more documentation, to have more time, that is 7 days, so that I can come and produce all the evidences and all questions and the all remaining questions. I'm requesting, Mr. Speaker, sir.
So you are making a request that everything else that is pending right now, we push it to next week?
Yes, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Honorable Shambi, 1 minute.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I just wanted to seek your indulgence whether I can add a rider to the directive, they're not directives actually, but the observations that we just made. And very key and important observations we've made, Mr. Speaker, sir. Number 1 is the fact that there are questions that have not been responded to. That includes mine. Number 2, it is on the issue of documentation. Clearly, Mr. Speaker, based on the precedent that has been set for the questions aforementioned, and by the Waziri's own confession that she might not be having documentation for all the other remaining questions, including the ones that have not been responded to. And Mr. Speaker, sir, in my view, I feel continuing with this question and answer session would be an exercise in futility, because the precedent has already been set. It is clear Waziri could not be having adequate documentation for some of the responses, as Honorable Kifuso was alluding to earlier. And therefore, it is not proper use of government time to be sitting here answering and asking questions that we clearly understand do not have adequate responses. And therefore, it is my view, Mr. Speaker, that we release the Honorable Waziri so that she is able to go and do further preparation, and if possible, through the table, to see if she is able to be given guidance in terms of a format, so that we say, this is the question, and this is what we expect from that particular question, so that we make the work easy for the Assembly and even for her end. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, Honorable Malega, then we get to Honorable Tarai.
Mheshimiwa Speaker.
And 1 minute limitation, please.
Mheshimiwa Speaker, ni masikitiko sana makubwa kwa watu wapeleleza na Mwatate ward. Mheshimiwa Speaker, reference is made on 11th June 2025. June na saizi tuko September, tuko October. Unaweza niambia Mheshimiwa Speaker, muda mrefu namna hii waziri hana majibu ya kueleza watu wapeleleza wako sawa kuishi pale ama hawako sawa? Mheshimiwa Speaker, ni kuamkia tu jana asubuhi tumepata watu wa mchoo Taveta kule wamebomolewa manyumba zao. Na Mheshimiwa Speaker, peleleza ni mahali kunaishi watu wengi sana, zaidi ya 3,000 wa Mwatate. Sasa Mheshimiwa Speaker, kama waziri atakosa majibu kuanzia June mpaka leo hii tumefika Oktoba, unataka tungojee watu wapeleleza wabomolewe manyumba zao? Mheshimiwa Speaker, nasikitisha sana.
Member from Mbogoni ward.
Asante sana Mheshimiwa Speaker. Naomba nibadilishe lugha niongee Kiswahili kidogo. Mheshimiwa Speaker, mimi nikiangalia ile hali ambayo imetokea kule Kachero Taveta, na ilitokea pia wakati mwingine niko na kesi mpaka sasa kule Mokine, kesi iko ketini inaendelea. Hii ni sawasawa kile ninachokiona kinaelekea pale Mwatate. Ni sawasawa nataka kumbaka mwanamke ambaye yuko tayari kufanya tendo la ndoa na wewe. So pale vile kukaa vile tumekaa, ati unasubiria tupangiwe, tufanyiwe adjudication kila kitu, inamaanisha sisi tumekaa tuko tayari, yani kuna watu wanatubaka na sisi tuko tayari kubako. Yani ndio kitu kinachoendelea pale. So mimi ninaomba kwa unyenyekevu kwamba tusikae tu tusubirie mpaka ingie ndio tujue kwamba ni chungu ama ni tamu. Ni vizuri tuanze kujipanga na mapema na tujiandae na mapema ili tuweze kuzuia hii shida ambayo iko mbele yetu na mapema zaidi. Mimi nikiangalia kwa mfano swali la kwanza la Mheshimiwa Kifuso likiuliza kwamba masuala ya upeanaji wa leseni pamoja na uchimbaji kule katika wadi yake, tunaanza kutajua swala ati wachimbaji wadogo hawajapatiwa leseni ati kwa sababu ya valuation roll. Valuation roll ambayo imeenda public participation juzi bado hata haijapitishwa. Alafu tunaweza kusema sawa sawa, unaanza kujibu maswali kwa hisia. So tusiishi watu wa kufanya hisia. Tuishi watu kwa vile wale wengine walipoaga leseni kitambo bila kuangalia masuala ya valuation roll. Tuanze pia kupatia watu wetu hiyo valuation roll, ikija tutajipanga tukue huko ndani. Otherwise ni lazima tukubaliane kwamba je, tumeamua kupeana utajiri zaidi kwa matajiri na watu wetu waendelee kuwa na umaskini zaidi. So nakuomba tafadhali Mheshimiwa Waziri kupitia Mheshimiwa Speaker kwamba ni lazima sisi kama kaunti ya Taita Taveta na uongozi wa Taita Taveta iweze kuelekeza watoto wetu na wananchi wetu katika njia ambayo ilikuwa sawa sawa na wala si kuingiza katika korongo. Asante sana Mheshimiwa.
Mheshimiwa Kimuyu, nafikiri tuelekee kumaliza.
Asante sana Mheshimiwa Spika. Mheshimiwa Spika, hii ni picha sio ya kawaida tunayoiona kutoka kwa ofisi ya hadhi ambayo tunaitegemea katika kaunti hii. Mheshimiwa Spika, tuko na shida mingi sana, na kama kitu changu tu ni kumwomba Mheshimiwa Waziri kwamba ujaribu sasa kujikaza, kwa sababu kama Mheshimiwa Spika, kama tutawasukuma, kazi yetu sisi ni kuhakikisha kabisa kwamba tumefanya oversight na tuwapa muda wa kutosha. Kwa hivyo Mheshimiwa Spika, tuna shida nyingi na matatizo yako mengi, na Mheshimiwa, naomba hiyo ofisi na niomba utoe maagizo kwa hiyo ofisi ya land, kwa sababu ile janga tuko nalo kubwa hapa Taita Taveta, kama hiyo ofisi haitapandisha socks juu, kitakuwa tuende vizuri, kwa sababu tungetarajia mambo haya ni mambo madogo tu. Hakuna kisheria uweze kuzuia stakabadhi kutoka kwa ofisi. Sheria inaruhusu wewe kwanza ni department ama ni kutoka katika wizara kwenda kwa wizara nyingine. Kwenda pale omba stakabadhi, kwa na attachment, baada ya maswali kujibu uko na attachment, uko na ushahidi. Jibu swali uko na ushahidi. Kwa hivyo ndio Mheshimiwa Spika upeane maagizo, na kwa kweli hiyo ofisi ya tafadhalini, hili hali tuko nayo ni nzito, na kama tuendelee hivyo mkoza kupandisha socks juu, tutazidiwa na wale wa national government. Kwa hivyo hiyo ndio kitu ningependa naambia serikali kuu itawazidi akili, kwa sababu saa hizi appetite ya land hapa Taveta iko juu. Hiyo kama watu wamepewa ile nani ya kuteremsha tu kwamba saa hizi appetite ya land Taveta iko juu. Kwa hivyo nakuomba nikuweke kwa alert uelewe hiyo. Asante Mheshimiwa Speaker.
Finally, the majority whip.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this opportunity so that I may give our CCM an advice. It seems, Mr. Speaker, this Devik matter in Manga, it will not be discussed because the Waziri has asked for an extension. I wanted to advise the CCM on lands on this matter. As you go back to prepare, Madam Waziri, I want you to note the Mbulia community land which involved Devik. Devik has been the face of this Taita Taveta County. When you are handling this matter, handle this matter with a lot of care. It is a very, very hot potato. And Madam Waziri, don't allow to carry somebody's cross. This is a second statement we have been sorting. The first statement, it was never responded. And this is the second statement, which is likely to be responded. And the matter in hand, it is answers either yes or no, or of figures. We don't need a lot of explanation on this Mbulia community land matter. It's a very, very straightforward questions, very, very straightforward case. So when you are coming up here, all honorable members in this house, Madam ECCM, they were waiting for that statement or those answers. So when you are coming to this house next time, Madam CCM, be well prepared, and it will be really a discussion, because Devik Steel Mills there is the face of this Taita Taveta County as well as in this country. So come well prepared, Madam. We wish you all the best. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable CCM, allow me to invite you to Article 195 of the Constitution. And it is on this basis that I am giving directions that we want all documentation here. No excuses. Article 195(1) of the Constitution. A county assembly or any of its committees has power to summon any person to appear before it for the purpose of giving evidence or providing information. 2, for the purpose of clause 1, an assembly has the same powers as the High Court to enforce the attendance of witnesses and examine them on oath, affirmation, or otherwise. B, compel the production of documents. And C, issue a commission or requests to examine witnesses abroad. These are powers that are vested by the Constitution to this House. So there is no information that cannot be brought here. And there is nobody we cannot choose. We can choose to call here in this county and choose us not to come. Again, as you are coming next week, don't come like a lone ranger. We are seeing you, director, assistant director mining, joining you some minutes later. We don't know where the rest of your team is, the CCOs, the other directors. I'm worried, are you working as a lone ranger? These people could be the ones assisting with you with all this technical information. Or are they setting you up? Probably. Notwithstanding, anyway, I want to direct that. The questions appearing on the order paper of today morning sitting, that is question number 1, issuance of business permits to mining operators in the county by Honorable Newton Kifuso. Question 2, ownership status of land under construction for an ICT hub in Mwatate Ward allegedly belonging to SCK St. James Church by Honorable Joseph Mwalega. Question 3, ownership status of plots located in the Paleleza area of Mwatate by Honorable Joseph Mwalega. Question 4, leasehold status and renewal process of Mwasui Ranch, plot number 12923/2, title number CR 80679 by Honorable Joseph Mabishi. Question 5, status of Mbulia Community Land and Community Land Management Committee by Honorable Jonas Solomon. Question 6, ownership status of Bachuma Multiplication Center by Honorable Peter Shambi. Question 7, status of Community Development Agreement Committees by Honorable Amos Makalo. Question 8, status of Juakali plot in Voi near Kenya Power Offices by Honorable Anissa Mwakio. Question 9, ownership status of land parcels along the Mombasa-Nairobi Highway between Maungu Pipeline Village and Miasenyi by Honorable Stephen Nzai. That all these 9 questions, the CCM, lands, physical planning, mining, shall be admitted to the House, this honorable chamber, next week Wednesday, afternoon sitting. Get me the date, next week Wednesday. So that I direct according. It will be 15th. Yes. Wednesday, 15th of October, 2025. In the afternoon sitting 2:30, the CCM shall be admitted for that sole purpose of responding adequately. All documentation should reach the Assembly by 14th, 4 p.m. All the requisite documentation. I so direct. Honorable members, having concluded the order for response to questions, I direct the Sergeant at Arms to escort the County Executive Committee member out of the chamber. Let's proceed with the statement response that was to be given. Response to statement was the progress report.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I raise to read a response, a progress report on the statement sought by Honorable Bryson Mwandi on the consideration of the possibility to facilitate and enumerate community health promoters known as CHPs using the Facility Improvement Fund. But before I continue reading, Mr. Speaker, sir, I'd like to acknowledge my chair who is present here. Mr. Speaker, sir, the statement sought on 30th September 2025, morning sitting number 080, and it was directed by the chair that the committee responds in 7 days. The statement seeker sought to be furnished with the following. One, whether the county government has explored the possibility of using part of the Facility Improvement Fund and or numerate CHPs on a level 1 facility. Two, what measures has the Department of Health Service put in place to ensure that CHPs are sustainably supported to continue delivering essential health service at the community level. Three, whether the Department of Health Service has considered policy or legislative intervention to institutionalize the facilitation to CHPs using FIF or other sustainable funding model. Mr. Speaker, sir, the committee through the office of the clerk wrote to the CCM Health Service by the letter dated 30th September 2025, reference TTCS/ADM/2/22/volume 4 035, to respond to the statement by the close of business Friday 3rd October 2025. Mr. Speaker, the CECM responded to the statement early this morning by the letter dated 7th October 2027, reference TTVT/CA/CECM/LET 4 volume 3 18. The committee is in the process to review the response and therefore requesting to respond to the statement on Wednesday, 15th October 2025. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Statement seeker, Honorable Mwami.
Asante Mheshimiwa Spika. Nakubaliana na majibu ya Vice Chair wa kamati ya huduma za afya. Kwa hivyo fikia hiyo tarehe 15 ambayo itakuwa ni Jumatano wiki ijayo, wacha walete ripoti kamilifu kuhusiana na swala hili. Asante Mheshimiwa Spika.
Next order.
Order number 8, motions and bills.
Honorable members, just to remind you, today in the afternoon sitting at 2:30, we shall be having the governor in the assembly to exercise his duty pursuant to County Governments Act section 32K that requires that the governor gives an address does a county annual address in the county assembly. So he'll be with us. So let us ensure that we are also on time as we go partake various duties and maybe lunch. Honorable members, there being no other business, the House stands adjourned until Wednesday, 8th October 2025 at 2:30 p.m.